Hey guys, in this video I will show you what you can do in Yosu city in one day. Yosu is located in the south of South Korea, and what many people don't know is that it's actually a cruise ship destination. Now imagine this, you arrive here in the morning by cruise ship and you have until about 5-6 p.m. to explore the entire city. Is it doable? What can you do? How much time do you need to see some of the highlights? I will figure it out for you, so let's do this. Join me.
Along the way, we'll keep an eye on the time, so we're back before 5 p.m. just in case you've got a cruise to catch. But right before we reached our first cool stop, the sky suddenly opened up and I had to run for shelter.
Hi. 안녕. 너무 귀여워요. 이거 뭐지? 추워요?
아니에요.
아니에요?
네, 저기 폼이라고 스피치.
아, 믹스.
네.
It will stop raining soon, and then we can do our first activity right here at these towers, which you can see right off the bat after stepping from the cruise. This is called the Sky Tower, and they used to be cement storage silos until they were abandoned, and then later they were repurposed for the Yosu World Expo in 2012. And now you can go to a cafe up there with an amazing view, but there's something else special about these towers, and I only found out yesterday. So let me show you. This is so cool. Guinness World Records certificate. Pipe organ. So there's a pipe organ here, and whoever plays on this will create sound out of those pipes over there. And this here is the loudest pipe organ in the world, and that's why they have a Guinness World Record. Here right next to the toilet you can see photos of what the area used to look like right before they turned it into the World Expo in 2012. Okay, so you have to pay Samcheonwon, 3,000 won, to get inside. And apparently there is an exhibition as well. And if you exit this room, you can take the elevator up to the top floor. Wow guys, this is so scary. I'm not a fan of this at all, not a fan at all. Just some glass in between me and a 70-meter drop. I'm not getting close to that, not getting close to that. But if you're brave enough, come check it out yourself. View is fantastic, you can see all the expo pavilions here. Even if you don't want to explore the entire city, you could just hang around here, enjoy coffee with a fantastic view. So I'm done with the Sky Tower, and it's now 10:21. I like to do everything fast, and also I like to do everything on foot. And then I can show you realistically what you can do when you don't want to depend too much on a bus, a taxi. Of course, not everyone will arrive by cruise. Some will arrive by KTX here at Yosu Expo Station. In that case, you start right next to the Sky Tower, and from here you can follow the same route, the same itinerary that I will do today.
Next, we will walk to Odongo Island, passing some of the interesting structures and installations left from the 2012 World Expo. A lot of people recommended this island, so I'm genuinely curious what all the fuss is about.
But if you want, you can buy a ticket over there and then wait for the shuttle train to pick you up. Otherwise, like me, you gotta walk all the way to the other side. Remember, we started a little before 10 a.m. and now it's 10:50. This is the reason we came here. Yeonggul, Cave of Dragon. What a popular island, so many people. And this island is also famous for a certain type of tree and flower. And it's almost winter, so we won't see the flower today. Like that. Nonetheless, it's still a beautiful walk. Hello, 안녕하세요. 영어 잘하시네요. 아니에요. The ajumas are invading the island with laughter and songs. Here we're always on the lookout for folklore, Korean folklore. And this island has a folk tale about a dragon, and it's related to Yeonggul. That's why it's called the Cave of the Dragon. The locals believed that this cave was connected to one of the streams in the city, and that whenever it rained, a dragon would use this tunnel to go to the stream and drink fresh rainwater. And then the locals decided to block the cave that led to the stream in the city, so the dragon couldn't go there anymore. The dragon was angry and had to find another spring to get his drink water from. I love stories like this, and Korea has so many of these stories, so many. But I also came across another story about the centipede. It never is just one story. Sometimes there are several stories related to a cave like this, or an island, a rock. I mean, look at these trees. It is indeed beautiful. We have done the Yeosu, the dragon cave, and then you can walk a little further, about 250 meters, to see the lighthouse. Because of all these trees, I feel like I'm in a different country. It doesn't feel like Korea at all. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the weather here in Yosu is so unpredictable. Then there's sunshine, then there's mist, and then there's rain, then there's wind, and then there's rain again. 11:30, we've done the island, we've seen enough. Maybe we gotta find some shelter. So it's a good time to find some typical Yosu lunch. Let's do it. We're back on mainland. It's almost noon. Time for some nice Yosu lunch. I know a good place nearby that was recommended by many of my followers. So we will check it out and have some Yosu seafood gejang baekban. That's the place over there, Odongo Sikdang. It's also really difficult to find a restaurant in Yosu where you can eat by yourself. They usually only serve 2 or more people. So there are 2 things you need to eat in Yosu. One is gejang, crab, and the other one is got kimchi, basically a side dish. So here we get both of them because we ordered gejang baekban. Lots of side dishes with some crab, got kimchi, and a few other things. 생각보다 돈 많아요.
많아요.
반찬.
반찬 많이 먹어요.
와, 근데 여수에서 이거 제일 유명한 음식이에요.
예,
그렇죠?
예, 예.
네. 먹어본 적이 없어요.
입에 맞을랑가 모르겠어요.
네.
예, 예.
네, 감사합니다.
네.
네, 잘 먹겠습니다. 네. Yeah, look at this. Mini crab. Fried. I just realized that the menu over here, it's all in Korean. Nothing is in English. So I suggest if you're non-Korean and you come here, you use a translation app, Google Translate or Papago, or I always use ChatGPT. Just take a photo of the menu, ask to translate it to English, and that will solve the problem. Pretty spicy, but tastes very good. For real, how can one person finish all of this? Look at this. All crab, jeyuk, all these side dishes, soup and rice. This is crazy. 15,000원 비싸지 않아요.
비싸요.
네. 네, 감사합니다. 네, 잘 먹었습니다. 네. Really, for 15,000 won, which is around $10, $11, I couldn't even finish it. It was that much. It would have been more than enough for 2. It is now $12.50. You can walk through this tunnel to the other side. There it is, right in front of us. The Hamel lighthouse. And why is there a lighthouse here with the name Hamel and the Hamel Museum? Because Hamel in the 17th century shipwrecked at Jeju Island. And then he and the rest of the crew who survived had to stay in Korea. They were not allowed to go back to the Netherlands. So after many years spending time in Korea, moving from place to place, he tried to escape several times, and eventually he managed to escape right here from Yosu. He took the boat and he went to Japan, and from Japan he went back to the Netherlands, where he wrote Hamel's journal. And that was one of the first, or if not the first, book to introduce Korea to the Western world. And that's why Hamel is part of Yosu's history, of Yosu's story.
On my way to the lighthouse, I ran into 2 Koreans, and together we found 5 pufferfish just lying there. I had no choice but to toss them back into the sea.
갔어요. 네네네. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh, they're poisonous, right, when you eat them. Anyway, they were still alive. 너무 불쌍해. From the 5, I think 4 managed to swim away, so they're still alive. And the other one, I think he was already dead.
In hindsight, I probably took a stupid risk grabbing them with my bare hands. But destiny had other plans, because it turns out those two Koreans are from the exact same neighborhood in Seoul as me. You can't make this up.
네, 여기 살고 있어요. 서울에서.
아, 서울.
네, 성북구.
우리도 성북구인데 어디요?
머문동?
보문동?
네.
모르겠네.
왜요?
보문동 어디요?
오븐마루 치킨 아세요?
아, 그 밑에 오븐.
네, 거기
네.
살아요.
와, 야 진짜 우리 옆 동네네.
그 오빠 식당 아세요?
오팡.
네, 오빠.
부대찌개.
네, 부대찌개 진짜
우리가.
최고 맛있어요. 네.
야, 이거 어떻게 한 거야?
너무 반가웠어요. 네, 안녕히 가세요. 네, 감사합니다. What are the chances that you meet people from the same neighborhood in Seoul, in Yosu of all places? It's always 반가워 to meet people from the same neighborhood, the same dong. So anyway, this is where Hamel escaped to Japan. Hence the lighthouse, hence his museum. 안녕하세요. 무료 들어가요? 네, 네, 감사합니다. And this is a replica of the boat they escaped with 12 people in total. We're done with the Hamel Museum. Super interesting, come check it out. And it's now 1:45. We're exploring Yosu on speed here. And now we go to an older part of the city, an older neighborhood where you can walk 1,004 meters along murals. All right, here we go, into the old neighborhood called Gosodong. And this neighborhood is nicknamed Angel Mural Village because there's apparently a pathway which is about 1,004 meters long. And in Korean that sounds like Chonsa. And Chonsa also means angel, so Angel Mural Village. 운동하신 거예요? 일. 수고하세요. Mad respect for the delivery guy because he can't get his car closed. He has to run down these narrow alleys, running many steps to deliver a package. Can be the downside of these old neighborhoods. Accessibility. They do have the charm, but accessibility, that can be an issue. But I'm interested at what is on top of this hill. There is a stone structure called Opode, and that's what I want to see. Yeah, imagine living here and you wake up with this view. I came all the way to the top of Mural Village to show you this tower, the Opode, which was built by the Japanese when Korea was still a colony of Imperial Japan, and they used this tower not only to announce the time, noon, but also in case of an emergency. They would use these sirens to let everyone know here in Yosu that something was about to happen. But during the Joseon period, before Korea was colonized, instead of towers like this, they would use a cannon, and they would shoot at noon to let everyone know what time it was. Of course, without cannonball. But it would just make a really big sound, like a bang. And then you would know, hey, it's noon, back when the clock wasn't so common. And then during the colonial era, the Japanese built an upgraded version and would use sirens instead. So this tower is still here. I'm actually not sure. I believe this is the only tower, the only opode of this kind left in Korea. I'm pretty sure that here and there they would have the older version, maybe a replica on display, like an old cannon, for example. But a tower like this, I don't think you can find anything similar anywhere else in Korea. We don't have the opode anymore to announce the time, but I can let you know it's now 2:30 and we still have a few more locations to visit. We gotta hurry up now because we need to be back before 5. Oh guys, look at that. Our next destination, that structure over there. Look at the size of it. So from the Mural Village, you can walk straight to that building, cross the bridge here.
That building is called Jinnam-gwan, and it's a must-see when you're here in Yosu. It stands on the former site of the Jeolla Province Naval Base, the place where Admiral Yi Sun-shin, Korea's most famous naval commander, led his forces during the Japanese invasion from 1592 to 1598. The original structure here, called Jinnam-gwan, burned down in 1597. In 1599, they built this new hall, Jinnam-gwan, as a guest house for government dignitaries. It was destroyed by fire again in 1716 and rebuilt in 1718. And since then, it has gone through multiple repairs and restorations. During the colonial period, the Japanese even converted the building into a public school.
All right, it's almost 4 p.m. and we're slowly running out of time. For the last destination, I ordered a taxi because it's 4 p.m. I don't have time to walk all the way to the top of that mountain. Taxi will bring me to the cable car. Cable car will bring me closer to the cruise ship. We'll make it. We'll be back before 5 p.m. And then we had a short one-day itinerary for Yosu. Don't you think so? 안녕하세요.
좋아요.
오, 괜찮아요.
괜찮아요?
네, 생각보다 춥지 않아요.
아이고, 한국 말씀 잘하시네.
아니에요. 근데 바람 진짜 와,
많이 불어요.
많아. 이거 원래 그렇게
원래 안 불어요.
원래 안 해. 여수 고향이세요?
예, 여수 고향입니다.
여수 어떤가요?
여수 살기 좋아요.
왜요?
진짜 우리 고향이기 때문에.
네.
네덜란드 좋죠. 그 자기 나라이기 때문에.
맞아요. 네, 안녕히 가세요.
예, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 네, 한 명 편도예요.
한 명 편도요.
네.
14,000원.
Okay, it's a little expensive, 14,001 one way, and if you pay a little more, you get the crystal floor, so you can look through the floor, but I didn't do that. Time to say goodbye to Yosu from the sky. It is 4:10. We made it. We're inside the cable car, and in a minute, we'll have the best view ever over the city. There in the distance, you can already see the murals. That's where we walked. I can see Opode, you can see Jinnam-gwan, you can see everything we've done today here from the cable car. In the distance, there's the Hamel Museum.
Oh man, if I had more time, I would have explored the rest, because Yosu has so much more. There are temples and shrines, an older leper colony, a unique historical tunnel, beaches, and so much more food to try. But today was all about giving you a strong, doable itinerary for a one-day visit. Whether you come by cruise, KTX or car, I wanted to show you that it's totally possible, and that you can leave the city feeling genuinely satisfied.
A 50-minute walk from here, that's where the cruise will departure. I just want to let you know the time. It's 4:38, so we made it, and I walked around 20,000 steps. That's it. A nice itinerary for Yosu. Yosu, you're great. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Houdoe guys.